Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today is December 13th, 2024, and I have some great college basketball picks for you. I have two picks for player props and one pick versus the spread. So we won our pick versus the spread last show. Super excited to get that win, and hopefully we continue that streak here today as we look forward to cashing our tickets outright. If you're following along with my picks, of course, like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the shows or any of my picks. And of course, the more you like, the more people can watch my videos and more people can actually win money as well. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to our picks for today. But before I do that, let's look at our stats so far. We're at 16-11, that's 59%. You need about 58% to be profitable when it comes to using prize picks. So if you followed every pick, you are profitable as far as college basketball. 4 and 3, 57% on our hammer plays. Hopefully we get another one cash today as we last show DJ Wagner went ahead and cashed out for us. Best bets over under. We don't have one today, so we're 0 and 1. Best bets versus the spread. We're 1 and 0. We have another one for you today. Hopefully we can go 2 and 0. Now for our first player prop, Bryce Williams versus who plays for Nebraska. I'm sorry, they're going against Indiana. So Bryce Williams is a kid that, let's be honest, he's their best player. He leads them in points, he leads them in minutes. Um, he's a very highly used player. His usage rate is super high, but in the last game, he only shot 7 times. He's averaging 13 shots a game, so it's pretty much way under his season average. We're looking for a huge bounce back spot for him. I'm looking for him to be a lot more aggressive. And like I said, I think this is the game that Bryce Williams needs, and so does Nebraska. So they don't want to get blown out like they did last time. So I think I'm going to go ahead and bet his over 22.5 PRA as he'll play a lot better in this game. Next guy is Mackenzie Mgbako. Season average for his PR is 20. Last 3 games, his PR has been 14. So he's had a little bit of a slump in his last few games. And my PR projection for him is 21. The thing about Mgbako is he's a very aggressive player as well. Gets a lot of shots up. He was very highly recruited. He's a returner, not a transfer. And I've talked about this in other shows. I really like returners over transfers because they've built that rapport with the coach, especially if the coach is returning. So, coach returning, player returning, and he's a good player. You're looking for a lot of overs for him because they have that familiarity for each other. Also, there's that level of respect here in the transfer portal where everyone's transferring out that you decided to stay. So I do see him getting over that struggle. He went 5 of 12 last game, um, but minutes are still pretty high and his usage rate is still high. So I feel real comfortable going with over 17.5 PR for Mackenzie Mabako. Now for today's bet versus the spread. So I told you guys we don't have a bet for the over and under, but we do have a bet versus the spread. We're going to keep it with the same game where we picked our two player props. I like Nebraska versus Indiana, and I like Indiana +4. Uh, Indiana to me is the more talented team, so that always plays a huge part in who I pick. Look at the talent. Talent usually wins if everything is the same. Now, Indiana is playing on the road, which why I understand why the books have made them underdogs. But what I do not understand is the Hoosiers only lost 2 games. One was to Gonzaga, the other one is to Louisville. So they had uh, really good wins. They just won their first conference game. So I don't see the reason why so many people feel like Nebraska, or at least the books feel like Nebraska is the favorite here. Nebraska's also coming off a huge loss of 37 points to Michigan State. So I don't know where their head is right now if you're talking about Nebraska Cornhuskers. But I do know where Indiana's head is, and they're trying to go 2 and 0. With great talent up and down their roster, I don't see a place where Nebraska wins this game, let alone by 4 points. I think this is a great pick for us. I like Indiana +4. Now to recap my two player props, I have Williams over 22.5. That's my hammer play, and Mabako over 17.5 PR. If you enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying my show, go ahead and like, subscribe, watch as much as you can. It's an informational channel. It's free. I don't charge you anything. I'm not trying to make money off of you as far as giving out my picks. All I ask is for the views and for the likes. That way we can all have more picks, more shows, more money, more fun. With all that being said, go ahead and hit that like button. And like I always say, let's cash.